Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely poor lighting, at least for now, but I will definitely go ahead and start trying to make the video. So I'm on my couch watching women's college volleyball on ESPN. Right now, it's currently Auburn versus Mississippi State, and so on. While watching that, the league comes up saying that the 49ers declined, the San Francisco 49ers declined to sign any of the seven quarterbacks which they worked out Tuesday. So instead, they promoted the guy named Mullins, who came out of the last year's draft. They promoted him up to the active roster. Here's my only problem with that. Uh, CJ Beathard is obviously the starter, but if CJ Beathard has any type of season like he had last season, CJ Beathard is just gone. He's gone before he even takes a snap. And what that means is I saw CJ Beathard play last season. He was absolutely just like what before I finish that sentence. If anybody watched Jacoby Brissett last season, at least versus the Jaguars, you saw that practically he got just beaten up, harassed. You couldn't even get a like these guys could barely get throws off. They could barely get consistent completions. They could barely drive the ball down the field, and it was definitely more consistent three and outs than it was anything else. So my point was saying that, ladies and gentlemen, even with what's his name, even with the Texans of last season, hold up, Chosen's my dog, everybody, that I adopted back in August. She was hitting the bell over there um, by the bookcase. But as I was saying, at least from what I've learned over the years, ladies and gentlemen, these teams, NFL most definitely, they would rather tank their entire season. These coaches and these GMs would rather tank their entire season rather than get a quarterback like Colin Kaepernick or etc. Who and there's plenty of quarterbacks, more than just him, but there's plenty of quarterbacks out there. They'd rather just tank their entire season than getting somebody who could save their entire season and probably take them deep into the playoffs over the best PC move or whatever you want to call it, or even PR move and etc. Sometimes you have to throw away the PR and PC away in order to, win your season, win a game, and etc. Sometimes you got to throw that stuff away. Somebody in these teams just got too much negative pride and etc. to ever throw them or throw it away. And it's garbage and it's amazing. That's why a lot of these guys should be fired if you were to ask me, but that's just my opinion. But just to let you know, the 49ers will not be signing Colin Kaepernick, at least is what it seems. And again, think about it. Houston could have did the same thing last season when Deshaun Kaiser, not Deshaun Kaiser, when Deshaun Watson went out his injury. They could have done it. Baltimore could have done it during the preseason. These teams could have done it. They just never cared enough, never wanted to. I want to say they put PR and PC, and if for anybody that doesn't know what those stand for, PR stands for public relations, PC stands for political correctness. They would rather put those in there, one of those two, if not both in there, ahead of winning football games and winning the entire season. They rather tank the entire season. And I can assure you that it's got honestly amazing. It's got honestly amazing how they would they do these things. Why they do them. Like, God honestly, I do believe that, some of these I believe, and I have no real coaching pedigree a day in my life other than Madden and stuff like that. But I still believe I could do better PR and PC than these people could, or at least PR I could do better than that than they could. But sometimes, like the negative sides of you have to sometimes throw that stuff away in order to win some football games, and win a season. So I just want to give y'all that brief update. Sitting on the couch watching women's college volleyball, and I saw the update on the bottom of the screen. It's, by the way, the game I'm watching is Auburn versus Mississippi State. So right now you got definitely some good games on. Shout out, God bless my Lady Gators over there playing versus LSU, Madeline Bassett's school. She is the ambassador of LSU, if you were to ask me, and probably anybody else there, because Madeline Bassett is the Madeline Bassett. She is awesome. She is Madeline Bassett motivation for a reason, and etc. You can find her on Instagram, and I believe Madeline Cheers or something like that. So forth and so forth. And again, God bless to everybody. I wish you all the best. And I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just saying, I look at what I see online. I look at what I see, here, in sports, and it's just amazing how hard and how negatively hard they play PR, play PC. It's just garbage. You know, sometimes you gotta throw away your negative pride, if you were to ask me, in order to win some football games. If you were to ask me the same thing with bringing Tebow back in the NFL, sometimes you gotta throw away some of your negative. And with Tebow, I don't even understand how it would be negative. I don't even understand that because, again, Tebow is so very much well liked amongst most fans. Very much well liked. It's almost like what Baker said about Drew Stanton. It's like if you don't like him, there's something wrong with you. It's such a funny statement to make. It like if you don't like him, there's something wrong with you. But other than that, because I'm just saying, if you have a game manager as a quarterback, you don't have a quarterback. I'm gonna tell you straight up. If you have a game manager as a quarterback, you don't have a quarterback, and that's just how it goes. If you were to ask me, I want my quarterback to take shots down the field, challenge opposing defenses, somewhat like Patrick Mahomes does, and etc. I don't want my quarterback to throw all these dinky-danky, short 5-yard passes or short whatever passes and then think that he's accurate just because he's getting 5 completions in a row with those passes. And we definitely know a few quarterbacks in the league that are doing that. I'm not going to name any right now, but we can definitely have a hint, with that. And I'm just saying because I'm watching these quarterbacks, and I don't like quarterbacks who do all those. I'm going to say if you're in your first or second year, it makes sense. You're just trying to get acclimated to the game. If you are deep into your career or deep enough to where you're considered a vet at this point, and you're still throwing dinky-danky, short 5-yard passes, 2-3-yard passes, whatever it is, just to make yourself look more accurate than what you actually are, you're not a quarterback, if you were to ask me. You're not a quarterback. Or you are a quarterback, but you are being told to just be a game manager, and because you want to stay on the team, you're going to play a game manager. Like I said, it's a lot of pride that goes into it. It's a lot of chance and opportunity that goes into it. It's a lot of just doing what you're told that goes into it. If the organization is going to enable you to do that, you're going to take it. Most people, if the organization is enabling them, or the program is enabling them to do something just to stay in it because you want to stay, in it. You want to stay making a paycheck or whatever else it is. You're going to do what they tell you to do. Even if it makes your game look weak and it makes your game look as if you stink at your job or you only do 10% of your job or whatever the case is. And I'm just saying, because the evidence is there. God bless all the quarterbacks out there, but I'm watching you. I watch your play, and the evidence is there. If you are a vet in this thing and you're still throwing these dinky-danky 5, 6, whatever yard passes to make yourself look more accurate than what you are, I'm sorry, you're not accurate. I want to say a lot of other words. I'm just going to say you're not accurate, and you need to go back to the basics, because I guess you or just challenge these defenses down the field more often. You need to do something, because it's just amazing how many quarterbacks are enabled by these teams to steal money from them each and every season, and look at how things are going. Like, God bless Matthew Stafford, but I think Matthew Stafford's overrated. I think Matt Ryan's overrated. Those are just my opinions. Nobody has to agree with me. I think both those quarterbacks are overrated. The reason why I say is because Matt Stafford has been in the league how many years, and he can't even win a playoff game, if I'm not mistaken. Sam Bradford, the same thing, been in the league many years and can't even win a playoff game. But Stafford can at least get to the playoffs, but he just can't win a game, and I think so. I don't think he's ever won a playoff game. I don't think so. I know Sam Bradford's never even been to the playoffs, And another quarterback, Andy Dalton, again, even him, he can't win a playoff game. These guys can get you good regular season, but they cannot push you far in the postseason. Or if they do, they're just not going to win. And what I mean about that is they're not going to win the big games. Like they're not going to win the last game that they need to certify, like a Super Bowl or NBA Finals or whatever else. It's a lot of things that go into it, or just a few. But those are some of my takes. Again, I love y'all. It's me, your boy, the man, NJ2TheCity. I'm just giving you some of my takes right now on sports, because I'm watching how the Niners aren't going to get anybody else, and I'm like, you'd rather tank your season than to get Tebow, get Kaepernick, get just so many quarterbacks you can get. You rather tank your season than get, I think, some of these proven quarterbacks out there. Sign somebody off a practice squad. Trade somebody. Trade for somebody. I mean, come on. But nah, you rather just lose your entire season just because you. I mean, it's amazing. But again, God bless y'all. Hope y'all enjoy your wonderful Wednesday. All glory be to God. Since there's 10 minutes left, or 10 minutes into this, I might as well go ahead and continue. His name is Baylor, and his last name is Hayes. Shout out, God bless Mr. Baylor Hayes. Landrum Lions quarterback, number 11. I was out there today at Davis Park. I saw him throw the ball. I saw him play for them. He's awesome. I wish him all the more life blessings. He's going to be a great quarterback for PV next year if he goes to PV, and it's just awesome. And other than that, the Landrum Valley Ridge game, it was overall awesome, even though Valley Ridge got destroyed. And the team I was rooting for, of course, was Valley Ridge. But again, all love to both teams. Valley Ridge got destroyed. But again, God bless Valley Ridge. God bless the great job that the cheerleaders did on the sidelines cheering. God bless all the hard work that the players put in. Shout out to the volleyball game I went to yesterday with Valley Ridge and Freedom Crossing Academy, a.k.a. FCA. And it was overall awesome. Only difference is, or actually only comparison, is that both teams got destroyed, at least in what I watched. The boys team for sixth grade volleyball at Valley Ridge got destroyed versus or just got beat versus Freedom Crossings. So Freedom Crossings, from what I saw, they are good. They are good. It might be their first year in existence. It's Freedom Crossings Academy, first year in existence. But Freedom Crossing Academy, they are good at volleyball. Or at least good at boys volleyball. At least from what I saw. That was the only game for them that I saw. So they're pretty good, And Landrum for football, they're pretty good as well, But again, more life, more blessings. These are all middle school kids, y'all. Again, they got time and ways to go with continuously developing more and better into their talents and etc. So I mean, more life, more blessings to them all. They're all going to continuously keep shining, growing, and being just the best of individuals they all overall can. I love them all, even after the death of me. Shout out, God bless all my friends from both sides, Landrum and Valley Ridge. I love you all. Wish you all the best. Making some tribute songs for you all. And again, shout out, God bless to all my niece Panthers. I love you all as well, 100. And like I said, sometime within the near future, like I say, as I grow with my local popularity, fame, and success, like I say, my in-game goal for these kids, or at least these kids at their sporting events, if I can get sold-out crowds, if I can help get sold-out crowds to their sporting events, that's my in-game goal for these kids, to help get sold-out crowds at their sporting events, literally. Even though Valley Ridge's gym is small, or at least what's small? No, their bleachers are small. They're not high school bleachers. Either way, my in-game goal for all these kids of whatever school they go to is to get sold-out crowds for all their sporting events, because that's a part of community support, and I love and stand for, and I'm a beacon of hope for community support. So that's a part of my in-game goal. So as I grow with my local famous success and prosperity, that's one of the top things I want to help establish is bringing out the whole community for their games, if I can, which I do believe I can eventually. So once again, more life, more blessings to everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying their wonderful Wednesday, enjoying that it's almost October, and etc. So take care, your boy the man, NJ2TheCity. I probably got more news updates for you eventually, but for now, signing off. Take care. Peace.